Okay, we are officially live. You are all welcome. This is WordPress Jinja Meetup, and I am Rogers Mukalere, the meetup organizer. And in our audience, we have invited several developers, creatives, and teachers. We have shared the link in several groups because of the nature of the topic for today. We want to welcome each and every one to this meetup. We are going to start by quick introductions. We are going to give opportunity to a few members who are interested in sharing and greeting the members. So you just introduce yourself and then you let us know your name and what you do. And then from there, we shall be ready to proceed. So that's how we are going to proceed. So you can go ahead and put up your hand and then we shall unmute you. Let us start with Medi Chibwana, then Bonnie, and then we shall have Sami.
Hello guys, by names I'm called Medi Kibwana. I am the owner of digitalug.com and I'm new on WordPress. I'm a nurse by profession. Yeah, thank you, Rogers, for the
welcome.
good.
Welcome, Medi. Let us hear from Serugo and Bonnie. Just unmute.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Stuart Serugo. I am a teacher by profession, and IT is my passion. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much. Sami and Veronica.
Hi, my name is Veronica Ndemu. I'm a software engineering student and I look forward to learn from this session.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope those are the members who are interested. I thank you very much for joining in for the session. Called Rogers Mukalere. I'm a web developer. I design websites and I'm the lead for WordPress Jinja Meetup. I also do teach. I'm also a teacher and I'm also glad that everyone is here. So today, we are here to discuss something that has come up in the field of artificial intelligence. And this is a new development. It came up around November last year, but many of us may not be knowing about it and others may have tried it. So we are going to be sharing some experiences on the challenges that it is bringing up. And this animal is known as ChatGPT. If you have been on Twitter, you must have seen a lot about it. And one of the eye-catching articles that I saw about it, since we're in WordPress community, one of the eye-catching articles I saw was from WP Tavern, and was saying that ChatGPT creates a working WordPress plugin on the first try. This is creating a plugin requires you to do code, to be a developer, to learn PHP and be able to do a lot. But this gentleman went to ChatGPT and he asked ChatGPT to create a plugin, and then within seconds, ChatGPT was doing a very big job. He created the plugin. He wrote a command, create a custom WordPress plugin called Big Daddy Media, lists order images more than one, and within a second, it created a plugin and followed the WordPress guidelines, and it was really mind-blowing. ChatGPT does a lot. It is available on website called chat.openai.com. OpenAI, Open Artificial Intelligence, a company that does applications involving artificial intelligence. So they came up with this thing, and they are saying that they are put it online free for people to test it and see how it can be used in various circles. So we are going to be seeing how can you use ChatGPT not only for coding, but in the various spheres of life. So, so this is just a quick introduction to what is really happening. And if you go to Twitter, you will be able to see the hashtag ChatGPT. It is really trending. Everyone is talking about ChatGPT. In some countries, it is actually trending. But as you know, Uganda, we hear some things later. If you go to Twitter and then you search for ChatGPT, you'll see a lot happening about this disruptive technology. Some developers are not happy with it. They are saying, hey, this thing is taking away our work. If they have been paying me to create a plugin, this is Elon Musk. He says ChatGPT is scary good. We are not far from dangerously strong AI. And many other people have been sharing other AI tools apart from ChatGPT, which can be used to generate images, write blogs, create videos, and do a lot of things. There are people who are writing a lot about ChatGPT and what it can do. And I've been bookmarking some of these great articles in the run up to this particular meetup. So maybe before we proceed, we have also seen some people who are criticizing it. Like this person asked it about Hussein Lumumba Amin, and it gave a wrong response. It maybe referred it to the Amin. So it is just AI, it's not a human being. So it may not be 100% accurate, but it can save, this one says it saves him hours of work every day. And you cannot, some people are really have taken it up and they are using it for doing a lot of things. And there are very many threads like this one where they tell us about how to use it in the right way as a teacher, as a customer, as many other ways. So maybe before we proceed, let me just first go back to the basics. So how do you start with ChatGPT? So you say ChatGPT, and it will, on Google, you'll see OpenAI, and I have a colleague, he's called Steven. He has written some quick small tutorial on YouTube about how to create an account and everything. But when you go here, Steven, if you can share a link in the chat on your tutorial. But here we have try ChatGPT. So I will click on this button. And when you get there, let me try to enable here the chat. So I had disabled the chat because security, my friend. Last meetup, I had some bots which entered the meeting. So yeah, members can ask questions or you can be able to interact there in the chat. So for me, I'm already created an account. So when I opened ChatGPT, it checked and I'm already there. So I'm going to be requesting members, you can type something you want us to ask, because the meeting is saying we are chatting with ChatGPT. What we want to ask, what you want to ask it, and we try it out. And then from there, we are going to look at the dangers, the challenges that it is bringing and the disruption it is bringing in education, in development, in various spheres, as we see. How best can we live with this? Had some schools actually banning it on their networks. Is that a solution? What can we do? So if you want us to ask something, you'll be able to say there. But the first thing I'm going to ask here, I'm going to say, I'm going to come here and I ask ChatGPT. So earlier on when I was interacting it, okay, let me just create a new chat here. So I'm going to say, hello, how do they greet in Luganda? So I'm saying hello from Kampala. So how do they greet in Luganda? I don't know that it knows any Luganda. You see, it has given me. Now, you people, it is talking about Mulungi. So now you see it knows some languages, but Luganda, I think it seems it doesn't know very well. Let me see. How do they greet in Swahili? So let us see. So this is something that I thought would start by greeting. So okay, in Swahili, so it is trying common greeting is habari, which means hello, how are you? Or another greeting is jambo, which means hello, or how are you doing? So you can see Swahili, it knows better. I think Luganda has a little text online on the websites like Evocade, which have a lot of content. ChatGPT, by the way, does not search the internet. It has a pool of content in its database, which was compiled in 2021. That's the latest update. And so it can answer your questions based on that. So I've greeted it, and that is how it is responding. Now, that is one thing. Now, the other thing, I want you members to suggest what should we ask it. So someone is saying, create a CV in the names of Senkusu Simon for teaching a job in mathematics. So this is my friend here. He has posted this in the chat. Let me try to ask it. So create a CV in the names of Senkusu Simon. So let me see whether it can create for us a CV. Here's a sample CV for a teaching job in mathematics with 10 years experience. Senkusu Simon. So it is trying to create for you a CV. Simon, that is what you told us to ask it. Stephen is saying it's not yet efficient in other international languages, but it is really trying it is good in English. And okay. Okay. So you can see it is really because you said mathematics, it is really, but one thing you could note that it cannot make pictures. It cannot do multimedia, but it can just guide you on how to create. If you want to create a video, it can guide you. It can guide you on design and but it only brings out text. So we have asked it for a simple CV, and it is there trying to create for you the CV, so you can be able to edit and then see what you can include. Yeah, so that is the one thing that is there. Okay. I may be wanting it to tell me why is my website slow. Okay. So why is my website slow? It is telling me there are many reasons why a website may be slow. Some common causes is large and optimized images. So it is now answering my questions. Now, as we proceed here, how can we make use of ChatGPT? How can we make use of ChatGPT as teachers, as developers, as creatives? I want us to answer those three questions. How can we make use of ChatGPT as teachers, as developers, and as creatives? So let me try to ask it. How can we make use of ChatGPT as teachers, website developers, and as creatives? Okay, how can we make use of you as teachers of websites? So it is telling me as a language I can assist with tasks involved generating and processing text. Some specific ways that I could potentially be to teachers, websites, and creatives include And then it's telling me providing writing assistance. I can help with tasks such as proofreading, writing and editing, generating content, answering questions, providing language translation, assisting with research, providing inspiration. I can generate ideas or prompts to spark creativity. So this is what it has told me. So I can tell it, summarize that in 50 words. So you can tell it to summarize it in 50 words. Let me see whether it will manage. Okay. So as an AI model, I can assist with tasks that involve generating text or processing text, such as writing a generation and answering questions. However, I'm not able to perform physical tasks or execute code. So you can see it has summarized its statement in that. Now, I don't want to be the only one to speak. I want to ask members if there is a creative way how you think ChatGPT, you have found it. For members who have tried it, you can be able to put up your hand. I'll be able to share with you, allow you to say something. But also there are very many articles here that have been opening, which are having several ways how ChatGPT can be used, and how it can be used in various ways. And also there are some tools, other ChatGPT tools that we can be able to ask it. Okay, so so that and then also we are going to be, like I said, discussing the challenges. So someone is saying here that is there a research gap to include multimedia? What is the weather in Kampala now? Kampala now, I don't think it will tell us the weather right now. It doesn't have current data, it doesn't check the internet. It just has a pool of data from 2021. It was trained on info that goes as far as 2021. So it can really answer questions from different spheres. So maybe what we can do, let me just first add on more, because I know some members are just coming up here. So let me ask it something from entertainment. Okay, so I can ask it and I say, who are the best musicians in Uganda? Who are the top musicians in Uganda? Okay, who are the top musicians in Uganda? So to tell you, there are very many. Some of the popular ones include the Chameleon, Eddie Kenzo, Bebe Cool, Bobby Wine. So it is telling me the top musicians that it knows. So then from there, I can say, okay, tell me more about so here Eddie Kenzo is the second one. I just say, tell me about the second one, and it will get to know that the second one is Eddie Kenzo. It is a discussion. So I've told it, it has told me, I've asked it the musicians, and I've told it, tell me more about the second one, and it is telling me about the second one. Okay, so it is telling me about Eddie Kenzo and what he does, City Loss, and what he's manually doing. Okay, so okay, so compose a conversation. Give a simple interview with Eddie Kenzo. Interview between me, Rogers Mukalele, and Eddie Kenzo regarding his life and work. Okay, simple interview between me and Eddie Kenzo regarding his work. So I've told it to give me a simple interview. So what is it doing? It is going to think of some interview. So here is an example of an interview between you, Rogers Mukalele, and Eddie Kenzo. Then, hi, Eddie Kenzo. It's great to have you here with us today. Can you tell us a bit about your background and how you got into music? And then he starts, thank you for having me. I grew up in a musical household and I was surrounded by music as a child. Started singing at a young age. So it is, it is telling me, usually start with a concept idea, explore music. So you can see it is thinking of an interview. And by the way, it can do essays. You can take it right for an essay. It can do proposals. It can do consultancy. Some of the people who have been doing consultancy for firms, like your company is struggling, you can come and put here even a paragraph and ask it, and it gives you ways. So how do you hope your music career can convey to your listeners? You can tell it to do a poem, anything that you can do. Now, in the website arena, if you are a web developer, how can you make use of ChatGPT? ChatGPT is a content creation tool, and many of us sometimes you get clients who don't give us information, and you need to use lorem ipsum dummy data. So you can be able to come to ChatGPT and ask it some questions, and it can be able to give you some data that you can be able to use on your project. So also, I've seen many bloggers trying to use it. For example, you can say, I have a health blog. Give me some 12 blog title ideas, which can be engaging. So some of us have blogs and we need to write about different things. So if you tell it 10, 12 ideas, even if you say 50, it will give you 50. So I've told it how to mitigate health work balance, stop best exercise for every angle, how to overcome health myths, benefits of incorporating more nature into your life, top health benefits of using yoga, and how to get started. So I can say, write me a simple blog post of 500 words on, you see? So you no longer have an excuse for not writing a blog on your site. But I'm not saying just duplicate. You can get an idea and then you build on that. So here is a simple 10. So it has started writing an article. Yoga is an ancient practice that has been originated in India. So that is it. Now, there is really something that is really interesting. Some of us write news blogs. So you want to write news articles. This thing can also guide you in writing news. So it is writing an article about yoga. Meanwhile, members, I'm checking your chat. So I'm going to see what you are telling me to ask it. Someone is saying, ask it about the president of Kenya. The president of Kenya, and then ask it, tell us 10 jobs ChatGPT will take away. Okay. So that is what someone is telling me. Let me first ask it. Tell us 10 jobs, and it will tell you. It's not necessarily going to say that it's going to take away jobs. Okay. Tell us 10 jobs ChatGPT will take away. It's not difficult to predict which jobs ChatGPT or any other thing will take away. However, here are 10 jobs. Customer service, data entry, data analysis. By the way, during that you can be able to hire people to be chatting with your customers, like those chat assistants. So it is important that AI and automation may take over certain jobs, But it's important for individuals who want to learn and adopt new technologies to stay competitive in the market. Because technology really cannot do the way a human being will do, just like a robot. And someone told me to ask it about who is the current president of Kenya. Ask it for the current president of Kenya. By the way, ChatGPT, the site is not down. Someone saying the site is not down. Because of too much traffic, it sometimes brings a message that it is in capacity, but you just refresh and it will come back. So who is the, so you say, so who is the president of Kenya? So it will tell you it doesn't know current affairs, but let me see. Who's the president of Kenya? The current president of Kenya is, now you see, it is telling us Kenyatta, because it is the 2021 thing, yet the current president is now, who is the current president of Kenya? The current president of Kenya is, members. The current president of Kenya is who? Am I forgetting? Bonnie. This man, the hustler, what is his name? The hustler. You guys, I think I'm also outdated now. William Ruto. Thank you, Francis. So, William Ruto. Yeah, so you can see this. Now, this is to do with that. Now, if I want to compose music, maybe I'm a worship leader. I am a choir. Now I'm looking at religion. How can it help you? So I'm a choir worship leader. Okay. Compose me a new song about a new song about love, joy, and peace. Okay. So compose me a new song about love, joy, and peace. Okay, so told you to compose a song. Now where are the developers? Where are the developers in the room? Developers in the room, what shall we ask it? Okay, so members, ChatGPT is here. So sure, here's a new song about joy, love, and peace. There is a feeling deep inside that fills my heart with love and pride. It's the love that comes from above and it fills up. So if you can be good, you can give it a tune. Love, joy, and peace. That's what I feel inside when I'm with you. So you can see it has made a song, a complete song, and I just have to give it a tune and I'm ready to sing. Okay, so I may be a pastor, I want to preach. So help me prepare a sermon about, help me prepare a sermon about what? Hey, you want a sermon about what? About what? About respecting elders. Okay. Quote verses from the Bible. Maybe I can say about hard work. Okay. So here are some verses from the Bible that could be used in a sermon about hard work. So here it is just, okay, it depends on how you have asked it. If you ask it for quotes, for verses, it will just give verses. But if you ask it to give a sermon of over 500 words, then it will give you in a style of a sermon. So here, the way I asked it for verses. So it is also giving me just verses. So these verses highlight that. Okay. So, okay. So it is it is really seriously pouring verses from the Bible. So I can use it as a research tool, and I can base on it to get my verses, and then again I preach. Okay, so enough of that. Now let us go into what? We go into development. So I want to write me a PHP code or an HTML code sample demonstrating use of tables, images, and hyperlinks. Okay. So starts writing. So I've asked it HTML. So it is starting to write for me HTML code. Welcome to my website. Here's a table. Then it makes for me the table, puts the fruits. So it is writing code now, and I can copy the code and I use it on my website or wherever I want it. So you can ask it for code samples for any language, not only HTML, not a word. It can ask you, and then you can have that. Okay. So okay, so members, I don't know what you think. So someone is telling me here, someone is saying this is the Bonnie ChatGPT is going to be great, and the limitation that identify so far temporarily will be solved. So he's a biotechnologist and biomedical student, and career centered on research, update information. Okay, so maybe before I proceed, let me allow, instead of just reading from your chat, let me allow some members to say something. What do you think about ChatGPT so far? What I've shared here, and you can be able to unmute. Can unmute. Let me allow unmuting. You can unmute if you want to say something, and then we see. So yes, Mehdi.
Hello, Rogers.
Yes.
Me, what I want you to help me actually with the ChatGPT is I tried to get some code snippets on how to make a code snippet to help download a YouTube video. So we can ask it about that to make a code snippet for YouTube download video tool. And how can I add that code snippet into the WordPress website?
Okay, so you want to download a code snippet. You see, when you're asking, your question also should be clear, because even me, I'm not understanding it. So you want a code.
Making a tool, YouTube download video. How to download the way to download the YouTube video, but that code snippet to put it in what? In WordPress site.
Okay. So we are going to ask it. We're going to ask it. Create for me a PHP web-based program that enables downloading YouTube video. Now this is, I don't know, let me see if it can YouTube video. Now if you had wanted a plugin, if you want to put it in WordPress, then WordPress works with plugin if you want to add functionality. So enables downloading YouTube videos. Let me try to do that and see. Let me see if it can manage. You are served, my friend. Here is a simple PHP web-based program that enables downloading YouTube videos. So, you see? So everyone now can be an app developer. So, let's wait. I'm going to ask it to turn this into a plugin so that I'll just install the plugin onto my site. So it even guides me. I can turn this into another language if I don't want to use. Keep in mind that downloading may vary terms of service of YouTube, so it is important to respect the copyright law. This intended is for education purposes only. Okay, turn this into a sample WordPress plugin. Okay, sure. Here is a sample WordPress plugin. So if you have already thought of being a WordPress developer, a plugin developer, your dream is coming true with ChatGPT. You can just tell it what you want. Maybe, is this really exciting to you?
Yes.
So
And
WordPress, by the way, allows you to, I'm going to be, let me first show you here, my profile on WordPress. So I don't have a badge of a WordPress plugin developer, but I think ChatGPT is going to help me now. Finally, my dream is going to come through. I'm a meetup organizer, photo contributor. These are some of the badges I have. Translation contributor, WordCamp organizer, and WordCamp speaker. I should get plugin developer here very soon because it is something that I've been lazy to do. I know some PHP, but I think I'd never because if you check through the profile for some people, like for example, there's this guy, the founder of WordPress, that is Matt Willenweg. So you see very many badges down here. He's a plugin developer, is what. So the profile of WordPress shows what you can do. So ChatGPT is something that is going to help me, I think, to come up with a plugin, finally. So it has created our plugin. I don't know, did I close the window? I think I closed the window. But the good thing with it is it remembers your history. It can remember your history if you create an account. So if I open ChatGPT once again, ChatGPT, this is the OpenAI. I should be able to get what it is done. So I can click the up here, I can see the history, and then I can be able to see that particular chat that we have been doing ever since we started. So I can be able to see some of the tasks that I've been asking it here down. I even earlier on asked it to create for me a presentation, which I created here. If you go to my slides, only that I've not used the slides, but I created some slides. It helped me to create a presentation, which I was supposed to use in this particular session. And the slides, I told it to do for me slides for this particular meetup. So when I told it to do that, it guided me. Slide 1, introduction. Slide 2, I told it, create for me. I'm going to leave a presentation about how developers, creatives, and teachers use ChatGPT. Create for me text to include in a 10-slide presentation. And it was spot on. It gave introduction, what is ChatGPT, how developers can use it, generating content for social media and websites, improve natural language, how creatives can use it to generate ideas, to compose movie scripts, to compose songs. How can teachers use it? You can use it to create learning materials and assessments for students, and then other AI tools, and then it even the ethical considerations, it added itself. what are the ethical considerations and how you can use it. So members, any other person who wants to say something, please, you can be able to unmute if you want to say something.
Hello.
Yes, Sempala.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, can
Mm.
ChatGPT help you when you are creating a WordPress theme?
Yes, I think it can.
Like you submit your code for the website and it
Turns it into
automatically creates.
Yes, because what ChatGPT does is it has the documentation of all. There's a documentation for WordPress for so it knows how to do that. So you can get your HTML web page, paste it. Actually, it can even help you to debug. I have not just had time, but there is really a lot of resources. How developers, let me see. Let me just come back here. I had done some bookmarks here. If I go to my bookmarks on my Twitter, I'd bookmarked some of these things. So in my bookmarks here, I bookmarked an article showing how ChatGPT can be used for developers. I had bookmarked some of those. There are really a lot of tools of how it can be used. So you can be able to see only that maybe I can be able to search, but you can be able to search how ChatGPT can help developers or programmers with code. So there are many people who are really writing about it now, and developers are really there. So ChatGPT writes code, but want to replace developers. That is an article by TechTarget. Okay. So 9 essential chatbot developer skills and abilities, looking to and what it entails. So there's really, but this was chatbot. Some of these articles are a bit old. Okay, so you can read. There are some articles which are really rich, and they're even showing how the code can be used. This one was just more generic, rhetoric. Yeah, but yeah, it's okay. But what you know is, let me see. ChatGPT tricks. Okay. Incredible tips. So this is what I wanted. 3 ways developers make money with ChatGPT. Okay. Most of those are on YouTube. Okay. So you will find very many articles here which are talking about what it can be able to help you with. And SEO, how can ChatGPT help you with SEO and everything? And also I wanted to bring in, let me also search about, I'm going to bring in the impact of ChatGPT to education space also briefly. I know our time has gone. So you can, the articles are there really, members. Information is there. Just go to Twitter and try to read. So you'll be able to get a lot of guidance. Whichever field you are in, you can ask it about design, you can ask it about whatever that you want, and it will give you samples on how to do it. Okay, so I may not have time to dig up those articles now, but we are going to share more on our WordPress group, and we shall be able to share more. Let me give a chance to 3 more members. If you want to unmute, say something. Three more members and we shall be concluding. Unmute and either say comment or ask a question. Sempala, you said something already. Ronald Sankara, you are unmuted. Okay. No one else has to say something now? Okay. So Let me briefly talk about the issue of the challenges it's really posing. So if you look at ChatGPT, it has been banned, blocked. ChatGPT has been blocked in some countries. In New York, schools, ChatGPT, New York City schools ban ChatGPT that writes essays and answers prompts. So normally, teachers give learners articles, essays to write essays and all that, and they want learners to do that. But now they just go into ChatGPT, they give it a scenario, and the ChatGPT writes a very good article. So New York City has banned, this is 3 days ago, Department of Education has banned blocking ChatGPT on the school network, saying that it is going to make learners lazy, so they will not be creative, they will not have critical thinking. If you want a poem, it does it. So it is really causing this. And it is really something that even our universities which give learners coursework and then they have to submit after 2 days, when they are just to submit written content, ChatGPT can really help them on a lot of that. So what can schools do when emerging technologies like this come up? Are they is it sustainable to block the ChatGPT on the network? What if learners, what about those who go home? What happens? So what can be done in that case? I don't know if anyone has to say something on that. What do you think? Is it really in the right direction for just block this technology and make sure that if you are a trainer, your students don't access it because it is going to help them with the work? What do you think is a way forward regarding this? So here we had this discussion in our group. So I think there's someone here who has just joined us, Okwanga Aska. ChatGPT is not used in WordPress. It is used in all languages, whether Android, whether what, so long as the information about that thing is online, then it has information about it. Okay. So the comment I was giving about schools which are in the panic mode to block this is that they just need to change how they assess the learners. In Uganda, fortunately, we are having a shift to the new curriculum where we're not just assessing learners' knowledge, but we are telling them to create in groups. So whether they have their ChatGPT, it's fine. Actually, we want them to integrate ICT, but when they are presenting in front of the class, they will be not using ChatGPT, and we shall have to test. So those teachers just need to find the ways of changing how they examine their learners. Otherwise, if you are asking things where they can just go and ask ChatGPT and then they answer, then it means you have to find a way of correcting it. But the technology is here, and even there are very many AI tools. There are very many AI tools that are available apart from ChatGPT. We have, I talked about the slides. We have even video. There is a video I told it to do. There is this video here. Let me just show you. ChatGPT can also help you with video, but you use it together with another tool. Let me show you something here. Okay, so I want you to see this one as I see how I can conclude. So there is an article here which talks about how to create an AI generated video with ChatGPT, Synthesia, and Decrypt. So this one here is something that I think I can show you. So there's this guy here. He has shown us how ChatGPT helped him to create a video that is he created a video that is using ChatGPT. So let me just share this. Let me just share this quickly as we conclude. I think this could be something that could be interesting for members. So I want you to see this video here on how ChatGPT helped this.
Hey, this is Chris from Wistia, and today on my lunch break, I'm gonna make a video using nothing but generative AI. First, I need a script. I'll open up ChatGPT and prompt it with this. Write a script in the style of a YouTube video about how to make an apple pie. The video should be under 60 seconds long. The script should feel friendly in nature. Now, I've been writing video scripts for over 20 years, and this thing just spit out a script in seconds, and it's actually pretty damn good. I'm blown away. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this masterpiece, and I'll open up Synthesia.
So members, you can see ChatGPT is helping this man to create a script for a video. And then there is another AI tool here called Synthesia that is going to make it to read out using these these avatars here, and he will be able to make a video.
I'll create a new video and choose my own custom AI avatar that I've made. I'm gonna upload a background image for the video, and I'll move my avatar over to the side of the frame. And I'll make avatar me just a bit smaller. In Synthesia, along with my custom avatar, I also have a custom voice print, which will basically turn text into my own voice. Scary? Yeah, I bet, but let's hope this doesn't fall into the wrong hands. Anyway, now all I have to do is copy the script that was generated by ChatGPT and head up to click Generate. This will take a few minutes, so I'll go ahead and grab some water. Okay, my avatar is ready, so let's take a peek at a quick sample. Hey there. In this short video, I'm going to show you how to make a delicious apple pie. Okay, this is not great, and it's quite disturbing to me personally. I mean, I see me and hear me, but it's not me. It actually kind of makes my skin crawl, to be honest, but I think I can guzzy this video up with some B-roll to take the emphasis off of AI avatar me. So I'll download.
So members, how is that? So you see, ChatGPT creates the script. You come here, you get an avatar. You can even put in your own image, and it manipulates it, and then you get a video created without anything, and you can even be able to do a lot. So also there is someone is asking here whether it can be able to do business plans. So ChatGPT can help with creating videos. Just go and search how ChatGPT can help creating videos, and you can see yourself creating videos. It can help you with blogs. It can help if students with sample essays. Someone is asking, can it help you to make a business plan? So let me tell it here that I am the Director of Shareability, Uganda Limited. We provide web hosting, web design, and e-learning and training services. Okay. Now I'm going to ask it, help me make me a simple business plan. So someone was in 500 words. Okay. So here is a simple business plan for Shareability Uganda Limited, the executive summary. So it has started. So if a web services company that provides web hosting, e-learning, and training services to clients in Uganda and surrounding region, The company was founded and experienced by professionals in web service industry and is committed to delivering high quality services to its clients. Market analysis. The market for web services in Uganda is growing rapidly with an increasing number of businesses and individuals seeking out web hosting and design and e-learning. Shareability is well positioned to meet this demand with a strong team of professionals and proven track record. Products and services. We offer a range of web services to clients, including hosting. The company's hosting include shared hosting, dedicated virtual private servers, all of which are designed. Shareability e-learning. So you can see it has made a business plan. I told it 500 words, but marketing and sales. I can expand more words. So my friend who asked whether it can help you to create a business plan, I think you are sorted. It can help you even to do website to proposals. It can help you to do reports. It can help you to do things spot on, basing on the niche which you are asking about it. So members, I think we so it can help you in coding and everything. So what can we really do? So as just know that ChatGPT is not going to remain free forever. It is going to, with time, going to be behind a paywall, but currently free for preview. So really utilize it when you still can, and be able to use it professionally again. Don't just fill up your blog with just this random text. Just like any other tool, be able to use it in the right way. So there are very many AI tools, top AI tools. There are very many. It's not only this one. You can try to get AI tools which can do different things. And actually, there is a website. There is a website which is tracking them. There is a website I saw which was tracking these tools. Artificial intelligence. There's a website that I saw which was tracking these tools. So this is an old website, but there are many other tools that you can use for different things, for images, for what. So just know how to utilize them, and then you'll be good to go. Yeah, if you are a teacher, change how you examine your learners. If you give them to go and write an essay and bring it in 1 week's time, my friend, but there are ways, people are coming up with ways of detecting ChatGPT kind of content and some other content. So there are some other tools people are coming up with to make sure that they can do a rebuttal on ChatGPT. Okay, so members, I think let us keep our eyes on the ground. I wanted to ask some members to say some final remarks as we conclude.
Okay.
What do you think about this? And
Yes.
what's the way forward? Yes, Mr. Dennis.
Oh, thank you very much for that elaborative discussion. Thank you, Mr. Dumba, as well, for sharing the link about how we can create accounts. Mine is just to give some testimony. You noted that in New York, it has been banned. Indeed, as the, please, I'm going to share my screen, Rogers, just briefly. Like, if you can see my screen, this is the my club. We have a club at our school here, and it's called Bus ICT Club. We have students in this group, and during this holiday, we are engaging them with a lot of activities. One of the activities we are doing is coding. So through the club leadership, we give the learners work, and they are supposed to do the work. Now, recently, while we had given them work, in the group we are there in the background as ICT teachers, one of the learner was sharing with the colleagues about the discovery of ChatGPT. Like you can see in this code, in this screen share you're having on your screen, he gives a disclaimer. He says, ChatGPT was able to help him to solve the work and even shares the screen of the work. There is a lump sum conversation thread that continues after this that maybe I cannot share for confidentiality. but the learners were applauding him. And to just make it worse, in that week, majority of them had the work done within a very shortest period of time. And yet, the goal of the engagement usually is for us to give them the work. We expect that they use their creativity. We expect that they practice the code to becoming better. When they get errors, it's always our joy because we know that debugging them will help them grow. So as the Game Adventist Secondary School, we have already seen it as a threat. Why? The learners, of course, will use it since the school gives internet in the laboratory. And since learners are very creative already, they will have to use it. So I think moving forward, as an association, we need just another similar workshop on probably how we can, not even, it might not be a physical workshop, but perhaps another virtual engagement on how colleagues can prepare to mitigate this vice. Because as teachers, we are excited, but the excitement may bring about plagiarism. Like the learners' creativity is going to be eroded. So to me, I already see it as a threat because my students have already started using it. And you know what that means, where we are going. So perhaps having a virtual discussion may help us try to find out how we can help. Maybe colleagues can share with us how we can mitigate that. But I'm very glad, Rogers, for this initiative to sharing knowledge. I am very impressed always with your generosity. And thank you all colleagues who have been on call and who have shared. Probably we look up to that next meetup where we can share how we can mitigate the upcoming vices as far as excitement in the student is concerned. Rogers, I submit. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ogisha, for that input. Really, technology is here. So whether you block it within a school, kids have their own data, they have VPN, they have what? So there's no way blocking. We just have to find a way of how do we really test it. If a learner is presenting work, then let these learners explain the work physically. Okay, find a way of assessing it in such a way that even when a person has used the ChatGPT, still you can know whether they just use the ChatGPT and they don't know. Like some people, they ask learners to write essays. Then if the learner submits an essay, give an oral interview. Ask questions from the essay and see if the learner really knows what is written there. So we need to see how to read. Otherwise, even if we try to cry for, it's not only just ChatGPT. There are many other tools that are really coming up, and there are extensions, there are add-ons, and it's also being integrated in Bing. Bing is, if you search, Bing is integrating ChatGPT. So Bing is integrating, and Microsoft has already invested in it. So there's no way of saying that, okay, we're going to block it. That will be just wasting time. We just need to see how can we really work within. What can't work now is going to be really working, is going to be obvious. So education, people are blocking it, and it is really causing a lot of storm. But like I said, Microsoft to challenge Google by integrating ChatGPT in Bing search, and many other initiatives are really coming up on how ChatGPT and all these tools are going to be there. So they will block this and the other and the other. And there are also many bots which are being made. There is a ChatGPT bot for WhatsApp, whereby you just add a number, WhatsApp ChatGPT bot. You add that bot in your group, and you can always ask it any questions. ChatGPT is now available for WhatsApp, for Twitter, for what? You people, the world is really moving. So people, other developers are building on it. It is an open AI. So thank you very much, Mr. Ogisha. And we should really see how we can leverage this. And as teachers, we should be ahead of our learners. If your learners are submitting using ChatGPT when for you don't know, then you'll be there. But if you also know ChatGPT, Also, ChatGPT detection app tool is also being made. How to detect OpenAI's ChatGPT output. So you can have, like, we have plagiarism checkers. So you can be able to test whether a learner who has submitted this was used by ChatGPT. So there are some other tools people are creating to counter the threat of ChatGPT. So members, let us get not worried. Let us see how to leverage the technology and be ahead of the game. So as we sign up, we have been discussing the opportunities and challenges. Is there any other members who want to say something else? I'm going to be closing. I'm going to be telling ChatGPT to give us a closing prayer. We have been discussing the opportunities and challenges of using ChatGPT. Okay. Okay. GPT. Okay. Please write as a closing prayer as we end our meeting. Okay. Dear God, as we bring this meeting to a close, we want to thank you for the opportunity to discuss the opportunities and challenges using ChatGPT. We pray for wisdom and guidance as we consider how to best utilize this tool for the benefit of others. Help us use it ethically and responsibly, and always remember to turn to you for truth and guidance. We pray that you bless our efforts and guide us as we seek to use ChatGPT to make a positive impact in the world. In your holy name we pray.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. The closing prayer was by ChatGPT, and I want to thank you all for coming. May God bless you. You can say bye-bye. If you have a video, you can turn on and then say bye-bye. And may God bless you all. Thank you very much for tuning in. Okay. Mr. Ogisha, how was the closing prayer?